Hi, my name is Kirsten Oudman, and I'm a master's student at Michigan State University studying plant pathology, or the study of crop diseases. Like humans, plants can get sick too. They can become infected with diseases caused by fungi, bacteria, or viruses. Some of these diseases can cause plants to die, or they can lower yields. One disease that is causing issues for dry bean farmers in Michigan is called Fusarium root rot. Fusarium root rot eats away at the root tissue of dry bean plants and can cause yield losses up to 80%. However, there are fungicide seed treatments out there that can protect dry beans from Fusarium root rot. Fusarium root rot is caused when fungi that live in the soil infect the root tissue on dry beans. These fungi really like cold and wet conditions, so if we've had a prolonged time where soil has been wet and the temperatures are cooler, it's more likely that the plants will become infected with Fusarium root rot. Fusarium root rot is hard to tell just by looking at the plant. Sometimes the plants can look stunted or have yellowing on their leaves, but sometimes they look normal. That is until you pull the plant out of the soil and look at the roots. The iconic symptom of Fusarium root rot are reddish and brown lesions that form on the taproots, and they kind of look like bruises. These lesions can grow as the disease progresses and cause the entire root to look brownish and rotted. Sometimes, if the rot is so bad, the root can just fall off in the soil. If the root looks like this, it can't really supply the water or nutrients a plant needs, which leads to the lower yields or even plant death. There are many different fungi that cause Fusarium root rot, and all of them have slightly different traits, like different aggressiveness against plants, or the ability to cause yellowing on leaves, or they cause the root to rot in different ways. Therefore, it's important to know which Fusarium species are out there so we know how to manage them. In order to answer the question of which Fusarium species are causing Fusarium root rot in Michigan, our lab did a 4-year survey where we sampled in 8 different counties in Michigan that grow dry beans. We collected over 200 samples and were able to identify quite a few Fusarium species. Some of our most prevalent species, though, were species that we expected, like Fusarium coonrostrum and Fusarium phaseoli. These species cause Fusarium root rot throughout the world. However, in addition to these 2 species that we expected, we also got an unexpected surprise. We identified a lot of Fusarium brasiliensis, which isn't native to the United States. It's actually native to South America and is also found in South Africa. Whether Fusarium brasiliensis has always been in Michigan and we just didn't know, or it traveled here on infected seed or equipment, I doubt we'll ever know. But Fusarium brasiliensis was found in every single county we surveyed, and it is also quite aggressive against dry beans. Because Fusarium brasiliensis is prevalent throughout Michigan, we need to know how can we manage it. The past 2 years, I've been working on a field trial where I've been looking at 2 different fungicide seed treatments and their ability to manage Fusarium root rot. Fungicide seed treatments are applied to the seed before planting and can protect the plant. I'm looking at 2 seed treatments called Evergoal Energy and Evergoal Energy Plus Elevo, available from Bayer Crop Science. I'm looking at these on 2 different bean varieties to see how they affect the beans differently. So I'm looking at a kidney bean and a black bean. After 1 year of results, I saw that both of the seed treatments were able to increase the stand, or the number of plants that germinate and continue through the season, as compared to the non-treated ones. I also saw that both seed treatments significantly lowered the rotting on the root systems compared to the non-treated plants. Last year, on the kidney beans, I even saw a slight increase in yield with the beans that were treated with the seed treatments. Hopefully we'll know more after this year, but these results show potential that these seed treatments can protect dry beans against Fusarium root rot. Fusarium root rot can threaten the dry bean supply and hurt farmers' bottom lines. Fusarium root rot is prevalent throughout Michigan and caused by species like Fusarium brasiliensis, which we didn't know were in Michigan up until a couple of years ago. However, this isn't all bad news. There are fungicide seed treatments like Evergoal Energy that can be used to protect the dry beans and increase or maintain yields. I hope you learned something today, and thank you for listening. Have a good day.